a solid performance. Last season and 2 seasons ago, it was a tout battle between the two, and we just make it look easier and easier as we go along. The form of this guy this season is actually mad. Hey guys, welcome back to the Rumfa HD channel. Welcome back to another episode of this Manchester United career mode. This is episode 56. So on the last episode, we faced off against West Ham, Hertha Berlin and Manchester City. In the first game against West Ham, we beat them 4-0 away from home in the London Stadium. Against Hertha Berlin, we ended up drawing 2-2 despite Willis's efforts. We fell short and we had to show a point. However, we did confirm top spot, and off camera we already confirmed our spot in around the 16. And I think Hertha Berlin definitely secured a spot in around the 16 too. In terms of the Manchester derby, well, we beat them 4-0. It was a really good game for us. If you witnessed that, I'm sure you know from that game, it was a really entertaining match. So as it stands, we're 12 points above Chelsea after those victories on camera and off camera. So one of the first things I want to do in this episode is give out a new contract to Rumfa and Shoretire. Shoretire played really well off camera and on camera this season. Pretty much most of the players that I writ off or doubted, they've kind of like pulled themselves back together and started putting in decent performances. First of all, we are going to start off with Shoretire. He's got 1 year left, 8 months as well remaining. He's on 160k per week, and at the moment he's considered a crucial player. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to negotiate his contract just so you guys can see how that's going to look. So he wants to drop down to an important player. I'm going to see if I can get him to rotation. If not, then we're just going to have to accept it how it is. Important. 2 years. I think 2 years is reasonable. A 2-year deal for Shoretire. It's on the cards. Okay, so I would say I'll give him 180k with a sign-in bonus of 550k. He should accept that. Okay, reasonable offer. So we've penned down Shoretire to a new deal. Okay, so now we've entered negotiations with Rumfa. If you don't know him, you should know him by now. You should have watched the last episode. This guy scored in the Manchester derby. So yeah, we're giving him a brand new contract. This should be easier than Shoretire though. He is a player that's up and coming. Okay, so wages. What's reasonable for an 18-year-old? I'll give him 20. I'll go by what I normally give good young players on Football Manager. So 25k, 300k bonus. Appearances, if he makes like 10 appearances, nah. I feel like, nah, he doesn't deserve a bonus yet. He needs to earn it. He needs to get to that stage where he can actually negotiate bonuses. So yeah, we signed Rumfa we penned him down to another 3-year contract. So he's got 4 seasons remaining at the club. So far in the season, Rumfa's only made 7 appearances, but in those appearances he has impressed, hence why I gave him the new contract. So yeah, he's got 1 goal and 1 assist with an average rating of 6.50. And I am going to alter his development plan. So I was developing him as a ball-winning midfielder just to sort out his physical attributes. As you can see, it's still kind of an issue, but yeah, we're probably going to have to get over it now because he's more of an attacking player. From what I've experienced when using him, when I played him as a number 10, he was way better. So I think it's the right time to make him a box-to-box midfielder. Eventually I can train him up as a playmaker because he is really good at running at defenders and creating openings and spaces just from taking the ball and just darting at people. So yeah, box-to-box is his development plan, and then I think this is the guy that we could possibly use just to replace Oliver Johnson, or use him in like a little rotational role between being a box-to-box midfielder and a number 10. So what does that mean for Shoretire? So I was training Shoretire up as a cam. By the time he completed that, he probably would have been like 24 years of age, or I don't know. I didn't do the calculation of weeks. Yeah, but Shoretire, I was supposed to make him like a utility player. Is that the right way to say it? Yeah, a utility player. where he can be a right winger, but whenever I needed him, he can be a cam. So the fact that I've got Rumfa there, and it seems like Rumfa is there to stay for a while, I don't know what to do with Shoretire. Maybe I should loan him out one more time, or should I move him on in the January window or in the summer? Because at the minute, he's no different to Vinicius Jr. He's not getting enough game time. And when he does play, he doesn't really have much of an impact. He's only got 1 assist out of 6 appearances. But then again, he's not really had a run of games. I've only played him here and there. Okay, so for this episode, we are going to cover mainly 2 games, but we're going to use one as a highlight game. So as you can already tell, Fulham's going to be that highlight game where we just only touch upon goals, and yeah, you just see my reactions. However, when it comes to Tottenham and Lokomotiv Moscow, it's going to be extensive highlights. And yeah, I feel like that's the format that I initially started this channel on, but I kind of veered away from it. I may get back to it ever so slightly, just so we can include some of the smaller teams, because I've noticed that I've been skipping over like the smaller games a lot quicker. Hence why we've been able to get through the seasons quicker, which is also a plus. But I also like to add like the content of maybe getting a surprise defeat against a team like Crystal Palace or Leicester City, because it can happen off camera. So yeah, if I'm just constantly winning and only showing you guys the winning, me winning, it's not really gonna be fun. If I do like surprisingly lose to a rubbish team, let me not say rubbish, a lesser team, then I feel like it'll probably be greater for content, because yeah, it's just even better when you see both sides to the coin. Okay, so our starting 11 for this next game, which is against Tottenham Hotspur away from home. We have David De Gea in goal. At the back with Delo, Koundé, Inacio, and Shaw. Tchouaméni's in the midfield with De Jong and Rumfa. On the right is Pedence up top, and then Adeyemi's in the middle and Rashford's on the left. So Koundé is facing off against his former club. A couple months ago, he was a Tottenham player. He joined us for 89 million, so there's probably going to be no love lost between the two. Bastoni, he's one of the guys that I really hate coming up against. I remember facing off against Inter Milan, and Bastoni was in that defense. That was a nightmare for me. So the fact that they've signed him, they've signed Salah, and they've got other stars in their side as well, this game, it definitely needs to live up to its expectation. If it doesn't, then I'm going to be really disappointed in Conte, because he's got a machine behind him. Okay, so we got everything kicked off now. We're attacking to the left, Tottenham are attacking to the right. There's a Tanganga. Gets in a little tussle. Mo Salah. Ball put in to the far post. The low's there to get that cleared. So at the moment, we're unbeaten in the league. Can we do the Invincibles? If we end up doing that, then yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It must be a fluke. We've never done the Invincibles, so it will be a really good achievement. As Frankie De Jong plays it to his right. There's Delo. I tried to burst into space. There's Saar. Silva. Son running down the left-hand side. He checks back and then continues to go forward. There's Reguilon. Oh, well done between the two. Son and Reguilon combining well. But Delo's there to be the party pooper. He wins the ball and gives it to Pedence. Plays it on the inside to Adeyemi. Picks out a nice ball into Rashford. Rashford up against Bastoni. He cuts it back. Frankie De Jong with a shot. There we go. That's the goal. That's the goal. He bundled the ball back into the centre. I thought the defender was going to get it cleared. Frankie De Jong was patient. He waited for the ball to roll back out. Cortez and the keeper combined, or not combined, they collided, sorry. And then, yeah, caused a bit of a little coming together. Made it easier for me to put it in. Okay, so Frankie De Jong opens the scoring. He continues to bag goals. It's like the Barella effect. When we first signed Nicola Barella, he was just scoring goals left, right, and centre. To the point he scored more goals than Bruno Fernandes, and that was Bruno's thing. He will stack up his stats. Oh, of course we're going to lose the ball like that, man. Adeyemi was flat-footed. I don't know why he wasn't ready for that. I was going to try do a little 1-2 and try dink it over the top. There's a Son, Andre Silva, and Inacio cuts across. Makes the tackle, but Tottenham are still a threat. Reguilon, Son takes a shot. And at De Gea's near post, he's beaten, and there's 1-1. I think that was the plan all along. I think Conte wanted to wait until there was a gap and there was a mistake waiting to happen. And that mistake was me not actually clamping the player on the left-hand side. I think it was Reguilon. I should have went in a bit harder with Delo instead of hovering around him. I invited them on the inside and look what happens. Oh no, didn't mean to do that. Play's definitely going to get brought back. Card's definitely going to be issued. I'm sure it's not a red, otherwise he would have stopped it straight away. The ball comes in at the far post and Luke Shaw's there to clear it out. And here it is, the yellow card is shown to Inacio. Got a throw in on this right hand side. Here's Pedence going to run to the byline. A nice tackle there by Cortez, but we got a corner kick. It's going to be the last thing we do in this first half. I'm assuming that after this, it's going to draw to a conclusion. Ball put into the box. Son makes the clearance. There's Rumfa. Takes a left foot shot. Rumfa with the banger. I don't know what it has got into this guy. I don't know what steroids this guy takes before games. But his contribution is increasing. The more I use him, the better he gets. Like, I just feel like I could do anything with him. His overall's only 66. What is that? Like, how do you even get that in your locker? Like, where do you come from for that to just be in your locker at your rating? 66 rated. Okay, so we're about to kick off. We're 2-1 up because of that goal from Rumfa. Just on the stroke of half time, scores a banger out of nowhere. So they brought Morata on. And they've taken off Silva. They've got Morata, Jesus, Silva. They don't have Kane no more. I've seen him in a Real Madrid shirt. I just can't believe Rumfa scored that. Here's Rumfa on the ball. I don't even know what foot this guy is. He can hit them with his left. He can hit them with his right. Perfectly as well. Nice ball into Rashford. Oh, well done, Rashford. Ignoring Tanganga. It's almost as if he's not there. Rashford dribbles inside the box, but no one's there for the cutback. I feel like this move from Liverpool to Tottenham has killed Mo Salah's threat. He's not really been scary in that white shirt and the blue shorts and the blue socks. It just doesn't, it doesn't strike fear in me at the moment. There's a Frankie de Jong. He looks more defensive than anything. There's a Rashford. Puts the ball into the far post. Reguilon gets the ball cleared. Sarr heads it down. Shermani's there. Plays it to the right into Pedence. Pedence running to the byline again. Puts the ball in. Rumfa with the header. It's cleared away by Bastoni. Okay, so gotta start this again. Almost. I did win a throw-in. So the first change is going to be made by Tottenham. Sarr with the yellow card is off, and Carlos Soler is on. These are the players that they possessed. Salah plays the ball forward. Here's Soler into Tanganga. Well done, Luke Shaw coming across to add some pressure. We've got the ball now. Pedence. Daniel Pedence bursting down this right hand side. I have Frankie de Jong on that far post, and Livakovic makes the catch. 83 minutes played. Has Son turns, plays it to Soler. Tottenham are looking to drive at us now. Here's Tielemans and Mo Salah with the shot. David De Gea makes the save. We need to stop Salah at all costs now. He's trying to warm himself into the game. Nice shot stopping by De Gea. Okay, so Wakili Rumfa is coming off after that spectacular goal at the end of the first half. And Wirtz is on. Rumfa's had a really good game in my honest opinion. Tielemans puts the cross in. Doesn't go any further than the near post, and I just take the ball down with Sancho and start running forward. There's Adeyemi. De Jong. Again, not enough bodies getting forward. So there we have it. 2-1 victory. The winner comes from Wakili Rumfa. That spectacular finish in the first half separated us. And since then, Tottenham did put up a really good fight. Thank you to those who've managed to subscribe to the channel already. We managed to hit 100 subscribers. Now our next milestone is 300. Also, if you're enjoying my content, please remember to subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell just so you're notified once I've uploaded. Okay, now let's get back to the video. Wow, what a player, Wakili Rumfa. I mean, it doesn't matter about the overalls. I said it time and time after time. Always build your career mode like that. Just give people an opportunity. You never know what that player may possess. 66 is just a number. That doesn't mean anything. When you use a player in game, that's how you judge it. Base it off that. Because Rumfa has really caught me by surprise. He caught me off guard with that goal. Okay, so we got some fantastic news. Nicolo Barella is now back from his injury. He can now rejoin the squad. But what does that mean for Rumfa? Does that mean his time on the field is going to be limited? My answer is no. Just because he's back from his injury doesn't mean he's going to be right back into the squad. So Rumfa's going to maintain his spot in the squad. It's going to take some time for Barella to get back to green sharpness anyway. And even so, Barella and Rumfa, they play completely different roles anyway. But in terms of like space on the bench, it does make it a bit more difficult, because if I leave McTominay on the bench for too long, his sharpness goes down. If Shoretire has to concede his spot in the first team just for Barella, and he has to go in the reserves, his sharpness is going to go down. So that's where my dilemma kind of stems from. at the moment. It's just space on the bench. But all in all, they are positive dilemmas. It's never an issue for a lot of players to be in good form. It's never an issue to have an abundance of talent in the pool of talent that you have. But it's just how you use it. So at the moment, these are the players that are nominated for 2025's Player of the Year. So unfortunately, this season we don't have any current United players in contention for that, which is quite upsetting. I enjoy seeing one of my players holding that makeshift Ballon d'Or trophy. But yeah, Vinicius Jr. was a United player. I feel like this is kind of rigged. In the game, I think they go with like the highest rated player, or maybe the player that won the Champions League the season before. So if that's the case, it's either going to be Ansu Fati or Ousmane Dembele, because they played for Barca when they won the Champions League. Really and truly, I'm just waffling about nothing. But yeah, the next game is against Fulham, and like I said before, it's going to be quick highlights of the goals, or like proper near misses. It's not going to go into too much detail. Oh, brought down. Adeyemi wins a penalty for United. A Fulham player brought me down. I was being a bit tricky with the ball. Look at that. Nice little sidestep. Charisma brought me down. Charisma. I'm being a bit extra there with the pronunciation. I should tuck this away. Top bins. No. A save is made. Rodak with the save. Denied from a penalty spot in the 5th minute. Well done, Sancho. Here's Brandon Williams. Runs through the gap, gives it to Rashford. Adeyemi through on goal. Adeyemi on his left foot. This time around, Adeyemi slots that away for his 21st goal in the Premier League. Oh, let's go, Adeyemi. Nice little turn. Rashford. Adeyemi. De Jong. Rumfa. 2-0. 2-0. 2-0. 2-0. Wakili Rumfa with another goal, 3 games in a row. He plays really well in that advanced role. He's owning it. De Jong, Sancho. Should have just shot. It's Sessegnon. Jasper. Barkley. 2 minutes added on. 1 minute of it played. We've got a couple seconds left to defend the clean sheet. And that's it. That's the clean sheet ruined. Ross Barkley running off celebrating. So that's the end of that game. We end up winning 2-1. Disappointing the fact that we conceded in the very dying moments. That would have been a really nice clean sheet to get a hold of. But in the end, we got a good victory. We got a goal from Adeyemi and Rumfa. Rumfa's in flying form at the moment, so he's definitely going to take part in this next game, which is against Lokomotiv Moscow in the Champions League.
For further updates outside of the channel, please be sure to follow me on Instagram at RamelHD so you get further updates such as me premiering a video, if I'm recording a video or making new content, and also when I'm about to upload. So follow me on Instagram at RamelHD.
Okay, so the next game is against Lokomotiv Moscow, and yeah, we are going to be fielding a heavily rotated squad. If we end up winning, we're effectively knocking them out of Europe. If we end up losing to them and Club Brugge drop points, we are essentially helping them remain in Europe or in Europa League. So yeah, let's get into the starting 11 now. So yeah, we're going to be fielding Soldo, who's making his European debut for Manchester United in goal. At the back, we have Delo, Ferrara, Inacio and Shaw. McTominay's in the middle in the number 6 position, with De Jong and Wirtz aiding him in the midfield. He's got the captain man as well for this game. Sancho is on the right, Willis is in the middle up top, and then we have Pedence on the left hand side. I don't expect to be met with any resistance. Last time we played them, we smashed them off the park, and it was relatively easy. I'm expecting more of the same in this game. Okay, so the game's kicked off now. United are attacking to the right, Lokomotiv Moscow attacking to the left. It's a really big game in the Champions League. The atmosphere is always lit on our end. Been really successful in our league campaign, and we've been very successful in our Champions League campaign as well. Hopefully we do get a good draw. I want Real Madrid again in the round of 16. I actually want a big team just to test, to see where we are tactically, to make an important dispossession. Willis plays it forward into Jadon Sancho. He's right in front of the goal, takes a shot. It's a nice save from the Moscow keeper. As well, Wirtz gives the ball away to Becker, and Andrian can go forward. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna try or attempt to pronounce some of these names for the other team. I'm just gonna refer to them as a player. That's it. Oh no, maybe I need to practice on my free kicks. That's what they should do. They need to add a mode in career mode where you can just be in the arena practicing with the current players in your career mode. I mean, like, that's just something that should have been added years ago. Like, oh, they're countering Andrian with the goal. Andrian just rolls it into the, not even rolls it, he power drives it along the floor into the bottom right corner of not David De Gea, Soldo. I'm all over the place, guys. I'm all over the place. That probably explains why they were able to counter and grab the goal. Running for Ferrara out of position constantly with no aim of winning the ball. Well, I aim to win the ball, but tactically it makes no sense what I'm doing. See again, Kirk with the interception. Here's Andrian. Becker. Long shot is blocked by Inacio, and Delo heads it away, but not as far as Becker. Here's Andrian into Kirk. Andrian through on goal. Soldo comes off his line and makes his first important save of the game. That's what happens when I rotate with the wrong players for the wrong occasions. There's a Wirtz. Sancho. Come on, he's blocked out with his arm. De Jong. Sancho. McTominay. They're literally defending for their lives. Okay, we're going to go ultra attacking. We are going to be a bit more aggressive. Like, these players are not positioning themselves properly. They're not making runs at the right time. They're running when they're not even in view. Like, it just doesn't make any sense what they're doing. This is not the United that we've seen throughout the season. Oh, come on, man. Make that pass, Willis. You're offside. Now you're coming off. I'm done with this guy, man. I get really irritated when people aren't doing what I want them to do. And I don't care if he's got a lot of stamina left. He's just not playing normal. Like, what is he doing? It's Wirtz. What the hell is that, man? What was that? He's coming off as well. He's coming off. I haven't got the time. I haven't got the energy for this. We're losing and you're doing that. Like, play the pass properly. So, idiot number 2 is off. Works is off, and we are bringing on Shoretire. Got a lot of possession. We're not even getting any shots off, and when we do get shots off, we've only got 1 on target. So this kind of sums up how this match is going for me. They literally came to Old Trafford just to flip and hire out a coach, a bus, and just park it. They literally removed the wheels as well, so there's no moving it. As Shoretire, come on, this should be an equaliser. Why is Adeyemi running so far ahead? He's just about onside, and we smash it in for 1-1. These players, man, they've been winning all season. The one time we're losing is actually really getting underneath my skin, which is quite odd. It's just the likes of who we're losing to and the way we're losing. That's what's annoying me even more. McTominay. Sancho's onside. Take a shot. Save at the near post. I'm bringing on Barella. Barella's coming on. McTominay's off. Ball put into the box. Header from Adeyemi. Comes off the bench to turn this whole game around for us. Kareem Adeyemi off the bench to bag a brace and help us take the lead. That's like the first corner I've scored from, like, straight scored from in ages. Adeyemi with the header. Nice cross from Luke Shaw. No, I'm not gonna lie. I know I like to mention scripting, but the way my players are moving, it looks like something dodgy is going to happen towards the end. So I'm going defensive, and I'm being very hoggish with the ball from here on out. Because, yeah, it's just, I can already sense something dodgy is going to happen. I had that feeling against Hertha Berlin, and I'm getting that feeling now. 5 minutes remaining. Just going to hold on to the ball. They're just sitting back trying to hit me on the counter, so I'm pretty much going to do the same. I have more of a pass to do it because I'm winning. I'm not falling into these childish traps. Just bringing more players out from their back. So we've got 2 minutes added on. Couple of, well, 1 minute has been played of it. Nice switch of play into Sancho. Time is officially killed. I'm just going to burst into the box, see if I can get a last minute goal. There's a hat-trick for Adeyemi. What was the keeper thinking? What was that keeper thinking? Did he think that was a good idea to come charging at Sancho? Like, what was the plan behind that? Because it's just pure stupidity. But Adeyemi gets his hat-trick off the bench. Impressive performance from the German. Look at this. He just charges at me. I don't know why. It's like there's someone on the other end holding triangle. Or why, if you play Xbox and you're watching this video. I don't know the layout for PC, so shout out to people that watch on PC if you are a PC gamer. So that's it. Match day 6 is complete. The group stage is complete. Group B has come to a conclusion, and Adeyemi has come off the bench to essentially win the game single-handedly for United. Fantastic performance from the German. Willis really got underneath my skin. Wirtz got underneath my skin. Pretty much the whole side was irritating me, and we had to rely on the man himself to change everything around. But yeah, it's confirmed Lokomotiv Moscow are knocked out of Europe. So off the back of a good performance, essentially his performance was quite good towards the end when he started making saves. He's now got an offer to go out on loan to Borussia Dortmund for 2 seasons. Well, I believe he's going to become a really good keeper in the future. So I'm not going to just keep him here just to sit on the bench. I am going to go ahead and accept that. He probably won't be back for the next 2 years. So that means he's going to come back in January, 2 seasons down the line. I feel like he's earned the right to go out in Europe and actually get some first team football. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and accept that. We're gonna ignore this. This is just me playing around, so don't pay too much attention to that. So we finished on top of the group with 16 points. The next team below us is Hertha Berlin on 9 points. Club Brugge finished third. They're going into Europa League with 5 points. And Lokomotiv Moscow ended the group with 3 points and their last place. So yeah, Hertha Berlin ended up drawing against Club Brugge. As you can see, we are first place. We are still 12 points clear. We have 45 points on the table. Chelsea are second with 33. Arsenal are third with 28. And Liverpool, they went from 11th and now they're fourth. They're in the top 4 race. They have 26 points. It's crazy what a couple of games can do, and like how the table can just look different after a few games in a career mode. But yeah, that's pretty much the table. The bottom 3 at the moment consists of Leeds, Watford and Blackburn Rovers. And Aston Villa are still in contention for relegation. Same with Southampton. Fulham are a bit safe. They're 5 points clear from every team that's near the drop. But yeah, things are looking a bit spicy in terms of the league table this season. So Player of the Year is announced. This is quite stupid. If you remember from like the last episode, Haaland wasn't even in the mix or on the list, but he's got Player of the Year. I mean, I don't really care, but it just shows there's a big inconsistency with this whole system for any career mode that you do. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the calendar now. I'm trying to still work out how I'm gonna do next episode. There's just a bunch of games where they're not really considered as huge battles, but I would love to actually like record some games against smaller sides on camera, just so we're not just whizzing through the season, because I don't want it to come across as rushed to you guys. So in terms of like the next episode, you should expect me to face off against Leicester City, play the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, and probably end the episode maybe with Southampton or Burnley. Most likely Burnley, because there's 3 games in a row. But yeah, that's what the next episode is going to consist of. So yeah, we already covered like the Player of the Year. The next episode, we're going to take a look at who we're drawn against in terms of the round of 16. So hopefully by then the draw's out and I can confirm who we're going to be facing off. Hopefully we get Real Madrid. I want that payback for what they did to me last season. But yeah, it's the end of the episode now. If you've enjoyed it, please remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and drop some comments below in the comment section. But yeah, that concludes this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. Like I said before, there is going to be another episode after this, episode 57, and I hope to see you guys then. Goodbye and take care for now.